Hey guys, here is one of the coolest rainbow fans in my collection. Dare I say, the absolute coolest. This is a 52-inch Hampton Bay Carousel 1 ceiling fan. Oh yeah. This has the best color palette for a motor and blades, and honestly, my personal favorite in my collection now. Even if this one is a little rough. So, starting off with the light kit here. This is actually a pretty cool three-way kit. My Hunter Coastal Breeze, no, my Silent Breeze has one of these. I didn't know these had three-way light kits. These are pretty cool, and I put these daylight bulbs in it just because it's helpful having lights over here. And let's get it started while I ramble. So, like the Carousel I just filmed, this was a marketplace find. Picked this up from a lady whose kids kind of outgrew it and they didn't like it anymore. Sat in storage for a couple years, actually, so as you can see, the green blade and a couple other blades aren't as healthy as they used to be. But that's pretty normal for a Hampton Bay. That's probably the only downside to this fan, though, other than the rough light kit. I had to tighten that up too. That goofy little ring that Hampton Bay put on their upper canopies to cover the screws, that won't stay up just because those screws are not the original. I had to jimmy rig some different screws into this thing. But regardless, I'm pretty happy with the end result. It is close mounted just because it never came with a down rod, unfortunately. Normally, I don't like to mount fans like this without a down rod, but I didn't have much of a choice with this particular one. So it has a pretty slow low speed, but it's a very good aesthetic slow speed, in my opinion. You can really appreciate the colors because it looks like a pinwheel. All right, we will move it up to medium. Slight motor noise, but that's pretty normal for one of these fans. The motor housing itself is very similar to the Hampton Bay Farmington. The only difference is this has fun colors. And I don't know, I want to say this is actually a better performer than most Hampton Bays. This is definitely one of their better fans. I think this is, I'm not sure what year this particular one is from. Go to this side here, but there was a, I thought it had the original Hampton Bay logo on it. Okay, no, it has the plastic medallion. Never mind. I thought it had the, whoops. Older Hampton Bays had that black logo on the side of the switch housing. I wasn't sure if this had it or not, but I guess not with this one. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure what year this was from. I might have mentioned it in my National Ceiling Fan Day video, but I can't remember at this point. I'm bad. I don't do my research. And high. I should mention, on low, I felt pretty much no air move. I felt only air movement. I couldn't feel a breeze. Medium, I was actually getting a pretty decent, like very decent breeze. It really flies on high speed, though. Very distinctive speeds, which is not too common for some Hampton Bay fans. That yellow blade is a great way to measure how fast the fan actually goes with these rainbow fans. High speed, I'm actually getting a really good breeze from it. I know Hampton Bays are typically known for their cheap quality and affordability, but this one definitely does not meet that stereotype. This is a pretty well-made fan because the bearings are still silent. It's honestly not in too rough of a shape despite living in a kid's room. Oh yeah, and if you haven't noticed already, there's supposed to be a black trim ring on this spotlight kit. You'll notice only 3 of them have it. Yeah. That will not stay in place anymore. But other than that, just minor cosmetic issues, this fan is still running like it's new. I don't know what it's supposed to look like when it was new, though, because I don't know if the cap is starting to drift or not, but it doesn't seem like it is. But yeah, like I said, this is a pretty solid performer. It's kind of sad people get rid of these too, because I would have kept this in my room if I had one as a kid. Turn on the light kit real quick so to really make these colors pop. It's a little windy outside today, so you'll hear my wind chimes going crazy and my garage door knocking back and forth. All right, here comes Spin Down. So funny enough, this is one of those fans I never knew about until I started collecting. When I first saw these, I thought they were just really cool looking kids fans, and I didn't realize just how desirable they have become over the years. But it makes sense, because like I said, in my opinion, for the rainbow fans I have, excluding the Encon crayon fan, this is definitely my favorite. The crayon fan only because they're kind of rare. These were more common. Not as common as the Heritage or whatever other company made these rainbow huggers, but definitely pretty common. And honestly, much cooler looking than its replacement, the Carousel 2. I do not own one of those, but those were interesting because they came with 3 different sets of blades. The gimmick was the motor housing was white, but you could have rainbow blades on it or like a pastel rainbow colors. And the idea was that when the kid grew up, you could just take those blades off and throw the white blades on it so they could keep the fan over the years. It was pretty cool, and I'm certainly keeping my eye out for one of those. I would love to get my hands on it and test it. I might actually do a comparison of this versus its replacement to see which Carousel was better. Of course, I don't know how people would react knowing I would replace one of these with a Hampton Bay. That might trigger a few people. But yeah. Red blade is actually worse than the yellow one. Yeah, I tried bending these brackets back, but I don't really do it with these cheaper fans just because I don't want it to break. All right. I think I've rambled enough. Here's Zero to High. You can hear the motor whirring and the buzzing of it, but it's not as bad as some of my other fans. Yeah, some crazy people ask like $200+ for these things new in box. It's pretty ridiculous. I'll tell you this, it is not a $200 fan, but if you want one that badly and you're willing to pay that money for it, you do you. This I paid practically nothing for. So, yeah. But anyway, there you have it. The Hampton Bay Carousel 1. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.